EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Just about set for football. Blake Groupie is ready to get us started.
And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Prescott.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there at 22.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick six, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now pounded up the middle with Kamara.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Williams.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now they'll throw with Carr. Steps away. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derek Carr punching it in from a yard away.
And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Cavante Turpin now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
A give to Kamara running right. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
At the 19-yard line.
This 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Kamara up the middle. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the Cowboys' 13-yard line.
You're mine.
Kamara trying the right side. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
3rd down and 13.
From the gun, it's Carr.
This one taken in by Olave.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught by Lamb.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On their own side of the field. Close to the 50, but their own side of the field. They only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap block, whatever you want to call it. When it's in this situation, it's really man on man, isn't it? Who's going to win the battle? And right there we saw it. At the point of attack, find enough yardage to pick up a first down. Give them credit for that one.
Here's Pollard again. And the ball is knocked out. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll run with Pollard. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Pollard one more time.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Carr.
Olave holds it in.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Carr now on 1st down.
The pass caught by Olave.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Saints.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Groupie for the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Saints 20, Cowboys 7.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Going to 53.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And Prescott, his third interception. Jonathan Abram picks him. Inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
The Saints offense and Derek Carr, they're still on the field, so they figure to go for two here. They'll turn to Kamara. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up two more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the two-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now this throw caught left side, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. First target, first catch at a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Taken down by Pete Werner. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 25. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Play action now, Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Running right, it's Pollard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now,
and this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. From 13 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Aubrey good with the PAT. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their lead down from 21-14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So Carr departs, and on his Blake Groupie for the Saints field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
46.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he... We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game. And it looked like he was able to get it back. So a big sigh of relief there, as that would have been a disastrous way to start this ball game.
Don't touch that.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
On 2nd down, Swift. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they'd put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal. And it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to throw from his inside spot and stop that one to the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here now, 3rd down and 8. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Great.
Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second in a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On the carry, here's Smith. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Throwing is Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. The Carr's throw caught by Olave. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards right off the bat in a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Still on his feet. And the Eagles are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Now a toss for Swift left side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Back to throw here. Touchdown! Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The tackle by Nakobe Dean. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Play action. Now it's Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw, it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now a play fake. Carr escaping the pressure right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Inside the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left.
Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. But first down, Hurts. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an intercept, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these...
And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating, steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead,
that to the sideline, and it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case,
and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
The second down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Carr. He finds his man Johnson. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They run out of the gun with Swift. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Second down, here's Hurts. He'll get this off to Swift, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Swift. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters.
63, bang!
Touchdown! Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this long.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It is picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith, 29 yards. And the Eagles add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Elliott now to have the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr. He gets this complete to Shaheed. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Carr going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Flushed out right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Rolling to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Now Carr changing the formation. He'll look to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And they run the option on 2nd down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Dancing to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got a little scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to it. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big...
There he goes left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 47 yards.
6-18. You're mine.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Flush to his right. But I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Hey, 7:34, 93.
A give. This is Kamara. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So Carr departs, and on his Blake Groupie for the Saints field goal. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout. But still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over. This was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles.